Hustle.
And I'm Mo.
And welcome to Mo Hustle TV.
So what's good, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Mo Hustle TV. Today we on here talking about Brittney GRINER. And I know everybody on social media is already going crazy. Everybody knows she's home. We're glad she's back. I can only imagine how she's feeling being back on U.S. soil. She got back about 2:30 this morning. So I know her wife and her family.
Probably ecstatic,
man.
That's a long time.
Can you imagine?
I couldn't, to be quite honest with you. I couldn't imagine.
That's just kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Been gone for, what, 6 months?
About 6 months, yeah. And she was facing, what?
9 years.
Yeah.
Yes, 9 years.
I know she is super relieved that she was able to, get out of that situation. So, yeah.
So, welcome home.
Yeah.
If you see this video, welcome home, Brittney GRINER.
Welcome back, for real, for real.
So, just to give you guys a little background on how she even got home, if you haven't been keeping up, prison swap is basically what happened. There was a deal made with the federal government of Russia, federal government of U.S., and it was supposed to include 2 people, which was supposed to be Brittney and, what's his name, Paul Whelan.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
They weren't able to get Paul back home, but they did do a swap with Victor Bout. Now, Victor Bout is a Russian arms dealer. He's a pretty big deal. He's worth about $50 million. And he was facing 25 years. He's back in Russia. We got Brittney back. So that's pretty much how that happened.
Yeah, and people are not happy about that swap.
Right.
Because there are like a couple Marines over there that are still, locked up, and they're saying, hey, why didn't we bring them back home? But that's neither here nor there.
Right.
The thing about in the earlier, it was all about politics. And this right here goes to show you she was a political pawn.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So. Unfortunately, she had to go through some pretty tough times in Russia. We'll all hear about it eventually. But
me and my wife was talking about that last night. She got a story to tell. Even if she don't ever play basketball again, she gonna have a bunch of people coming to her for her story.
Right.
And it's gonna be worth millions. So
I'm telling you. Back into it.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So while Brittney was in Russia, she had to face some pretty grim conditions from what we're told. Overcrowding, physical labor, abuse by the guards. It's also been said that the guards in those prisons not only physically abuse the women, but they sexually abuse them as well. It's a common practice.
I don't know if y'all know much about penal colonies, but it's pretty much no rules. Like she said, they can pretty much do whatever they want to do to you. They have you doing these hard labors, and who gonna check them?
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? So
they're able to do whatever.
Yeah.
But again, she's going to be able to tell her story. We're going to hear all about those things, but just imagine what a person's mental status will be after going through those things.
Yeah.
And you were over there for something minute. Should have never been there in the first place. So, I can only imagine what her mental state is. A lot of people probably wonder, will she ever play ball again in Russia? I wonder if she'll ever play ball at all. But if she's got a love for the game, I'm sure she might, jump back into it here. But I personally couldn't see her going back to Russia playing ball.
She would be a fool. I'm just gonna say it, to go back to Russia to do anything for them. I would not play on a team. I would not get on a plane and go over there.
Right. She was making some decent money, but it still wouldn't even be worth the money. Definitely not worth the money.
Yeah, because you think about how some of those people, they get that stuff in their bags and they like, how did this shit get here? You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have this. Down the same thing can happen again.
Exactly.
And you ain't coming home this time.
Exactly. So yeah, there will be no way for me to step back over. But if she decides not to play ball, can you imagine like book deals? People want to do interviews.
Yeah, it's up.
Up. I'm curious to see which news syndicate will get the first interview with her.
I am too. And it's gonna be good because people love to hear about stuff like that, like what she went through, and it can also expose what we already know,
right?
Because she knows firsthand what goes on. She may not go into detail, or she may go into detail about whether she experienced some of those other things, which we hope she didn't, but if she does, it'd definitely be an eye opener. Because some people I think don't believe all of that shit. But
Yeah.
that shit really happens in the penal colonies, especially other countries. Like, it ain't like the U.S. You know?
Not at all. U.S. is bad enough, but you could imagine 10 times worse.
Yeah.
No human rights.
Mm-mm.
You know, no regard for human decency. None of that. So
they look at you like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you work for them. You pretty much a slave if you're in a penal colony. So
yeah, and she was a woman. She's African American, and she was gay.
She's gay. Yeah.
They have a hatred, you know, towards the gay community in Russia. So
we just glad she was able to get back on U.S. soil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's only up from here, like you said, and I mean, I'm glad she's going to be able to. If you want to use the word capitalize.
Yeah.
This is the name of the game in America anyway. Capitalize on some of these things. Like, imagine what she's going to get paid for her first interview.
Oh my God. She should capitalize. You know, there's a lot of people that's going. It's already people that feel some type of way about her being swapped for that arms dealer.
Right.
But you know, it is what it is. She honestly should have been home. You know what I'm saying? As far as what that looks like for the U.S. and fucking just pretty much giving them what they wanted, that's not a good look. You feel me?
Right.
But, you know, the fact that they should have been brought her ass home.
Right. The crime just didn't add up to the time she served. And the time she got, the sentence she got, the time she served or the sentence she got, you know, should have never happened.
Shit was excessive.
You're talking about a gram or two of cannabis oil.
What? 9 years? Seriously?
Right. Even though so many states are legal. And I know we're in the United States, but still, that says a lot when you got so many legal states.
Yeah.
So
that's another thing to think about, y'all. And you know, I know the U.S. ain't all what people think it is, but you know that would have never happened here. That type of harsh punishment. So think about that when you talk about, oh, I want to go. Okay, right. To be somewhere looking crazy.
I definitely won't be visiting Russia. It's never on my bucket list anyway.
Nah,
I'm on cold, rainy ass, dark Russia.
Hell no. Motherfuckers hating you because that happens here too, but. It's different over there when they can lock you up for what you are. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother thing. So
don't really have a reason. They don't have to let you out. They don't have to do any due diligence or justice. So
yeah, but I hope that she gets some type of counseling. She probably is gonna need it.
Definitely.
You know, to deal with that. So
PTSD.
Ooh.
And then again, maybe she was over there and she didn't experience any of those things. I would hope she didn't, but chances are she probably had to go through some of the things the regular prisoners had to go through as well.
Yeah.
Because they didn't deem her as the superstar that she was there, because she was pretty popular in basketball there. Mm-hmm. So.
And hell, some of the inmates probably poked at her for who she is.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how you here with us. You just like us now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You just never know. You know what she went through, but yeah, we definitely glad that she's back on U.S. soil.
So we want to know what you guys think about her return, the whole situation, her prison sentence. Drop the comments. Yeah,
and let us know what y'all think, man. As always, conversation rules the nation, so get in them comments. Hey, and also, man, make sure y'all hit us up. Do not be afraid to hit us up and let us know what it is that y'all want to see. You know, what kind of content y'all want to get from us, hear from us. We even open to do a Q&A.
Right.
So, yeah. Let us know.
Definitely check us out on all social media platforms. We still everywhere. So, yeah. Until next time.